Hello, everybody. How's it going? All right. Well, we're going to get started here in a second. But before we do, I just want to let you know that today we're going to use more of a combined space. In the same sense, we're going to be punching quite a bit. So if you have somebody that can hold for you, feel free to either hold or do the technique. All right. Without further ado, let's get started. All right. So to get started, I'm going to talk about something specific as we start to warm up our body. Move your hands in a circle. So today we're going to talk about the difference between speed and technique, and why it's important to always stick with technique before speed. Now move your hands forward. You know, that's a quote I use quite a bit. Technique builds speed. Speed does not build technique. I want you to take a second to think about what that means. Move your hands backwards. Technique builds speed. Speed does not build technique. Now hug one arm. What I mean by that is if you go really fast, it doesn't make you automatically great at anything. If that was the case, then I would be going down double black diamonds on ski hills all the time. But to be honest with you, I'm not that good and I'd probably fall. Just because I'm going fast down, it doesn't make me a good skier. See, it's always best to start slow. Build up good technique. Because if you keep building up good technique, eventually you'll go faster and faster and faster. Until eventually, you can do that impossible obstacle in front of you. But just because you're going fast doesn't make you great. That's important for today's lesson, because we're going to be going through pad drill, we're going to be shadow boxing. Shadow boxing meaning we're punching the air in front of us or we're punching our shadow. And I know a lot of the things that we'll be doing, you probably already know. The basic techniques that we'll be going through, you know really well. But that doesn't mean you should go slow. That doesn't mean you should be going really, really fast. Because if you do, you're going to end up making a mistake. Start on the green hill, and then work your way to the blues and the blacks and the double black diamonds. Put your hands down beside you and roll your shoulders back. These are called shoulder shrugs because you're shrugging your shoulders like somebody asks you a question you don't know. Mrs. Left, ask me a question I don't know.
What is the square root of 358?
And then roll it back. 18.
Wrong.
No, it's not 18. Okay. Now shrug forward, in, and drop.
It's 12 point something.
Could you go turn on the lights on the other side over there?
I can, sir.
And then we'll make it a little bit lighter. Perfect. Now we're going to move our head in a U shape. Draw a smiley face with our chin. Move our head from side to side. Nice. Okay. Just a heads up. When we're doing this, it's important that we don't go all the way around. Now I'm going to do it. I don't want you to. If I bring my neck around, it's going to end up hurting me. Here's the reason why. Think of all the times that you turn your head like this. You do it quite often. Think of all the times you go like this. Not too often, or hopefully not. I don't think there's any aliens invading soon. We don't bring our head backwards like that because it's not a natural motion. So if I try to stretch out that way, it's going to end up hurting ourselves. When we start to do push-ups in a second here and burpees, everything we do is natural and something that we may naturally do at one point in time without being forced to do an exercise. That's what makes it feel good. But if you're doing it and it doesn't feel natural, it feels like something that you would only do at this point in time, then you're doing it wrong. So now we're going to work out a little bit. So before we get started, I'm doing these 3 exercises. Push-ups, burpees, and jumping jacks. I realize there's a lot of people watching that don't want to jump and do burpees, don't want to jump and do jumping jacks. Push-ups I really like you to do. Now, if you can't do push-ups, I want you to hold plank. Do something in that same sort of vein. However, on the other 2 things, let me give you some substitutes you can do. You can do crunches, and you can do squats. So whether it be you're on a really hard floor and you don't want to jump up and down, or it's because you have bad issues with your knees or back and you can't jump, or you're just not a fan of jumping, you can do crunches when I say to do burpees, and you can do squats when I tell you to do jumping jacks. If you need to take a second and go get a yoga mat for crunches, feel free to do that now as I switch the scenes. Now, you can see these little guys here. Oh, I accidentally didn't move my mouse. You can see these guys here. We have our burpees, our push-ups, and our jumping jacks. I know the guy is not really doing a jumping jack. So, push-ups, burpees, jumping jacks. So we're going to take a couple of seconds. I want you to do probably around 10 each. 10 each, and then move to the next one. If you get done early, that's great. Go back to the start and do them again. Now, if you're doing crunches, I'm going to angle this a little bit lower. If you're doing crunches, I want you to do 15 each, and if you're doing squats, 15. So 10 jumping jacks, 10 burpees, 10 push-ups, or 10 push-ups, 15 crunches, and 15 squats. Are you ready? Let's start out with push-ups. Hands down, feet back, and go. Remember, bend your body down to what's natural. It's not natural to go like this. It's natural here. If you can touch your chest to the ground, you're doing it right. Without moving your hands, that is. Now, once you're done with that, burpees. Now, feel free to start your burpees. This guy's doing a push-up. You don't have to. You can just do normal burpees. Here's how I do them. Hands, feet, shoot back, shoot up, jump. Hands down, shoot back, shoot up, jump. If you want to go slower, hands down, 1 foot, 2 foot, 1 foot up, 2 foot up. Whatever feels more natural. Are you ready? 10 burpees and go. I'm going to take the moment to talk about our jumping jacks. I'm not going to break it down too slowly, but I am going to mention a very important part of it. I want you to do proper feet work with it, as it's going to come in handy when we do our punches today. Because a lot of our punches will have to do with what's going down below our belt. Now, jumping jacks. So the feet work, feet out, feet in. Feet out, feet in. Try to stay on the balls of your feet and stay hopping. Now as you do it, hands up and so forth. 10 of those. Perfect. Now freeze. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. So I'm going to switch them when I feel like it now. And you have to keep going through it as fast as you can. So if you see it switch, switch. I'll also kind of say this word switch if you're not looking up at the screen. Are you ready? Push-ups. Keep doing your push-ups best you can. Drop your body low. Make sure it's in a natural position. This guy's jumping. If you want to jump and do fist push-ups, go for it. If you're on hardwood floor, then that makes you even more stronger. Burpees. Ooh, good job. Jumping jacks. Good job, good job. Push-ups. Perfect. Keep going, don't stop. Keep going at that rate. Now you're going to go on to your burpees or crunches. Keep going, keep going. If you're a Taekwondo, make sure you're keeping count right now. And finally, squats or jumping jacks. And go, and go, and go, and this is the point where you're feeling a bit tired. Perfect. Now, let me show you why I have all this. I'm going to give you the worst punishment of all time. I call them master nicks, because they're extremely painful and hard to listen to. So, here's what you're going to do. You're going to first start out with a push-up. When you come up, you're going to bring your feet up and burpee. Jump. After you jump, you're going to go into your jumping jack. That's one master nick. I get that we're doing replacement, so if you want to replace, what you're going to do instead is 3 push-ups, 1, 2, 3. Roll over, 3 crunches, 1, 2, 3. Stand up, 1, 2, 3. So if you're doing the replacement, 3, 3, 3. If you're not doing the replacement, 1 push-up, 1 jump, 1 jumping jack. I'm going to give you 15 seconds to do as many as you can. Not 15. 30 seconds. I want to see if anybody can beat me. Are you ready? I'm going to my clock. 5 seconds to start. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2. Keep track in your own head. I'll limit my count. I'll let you know where I'm at, though. That was my 5th one. Hopefully you're beating me. 3 seconds left. Go as fast as you can. And time. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now, let's move on to some simple stretches. Here's what I want you to do first. Put your feet double length apart. Bring your hands up to the sky. We're going to do a thing called a rainbow, or I call it a rainbow. We're going to draw a rainbow with our hands. Our left hand will drop and touch our left foot, as our right hand will follow. Ready? 1, 2, lean. Switch. Now go low as you can, but don't go so low that you're starting to feel uncomfortable. Right now, your body is warm, meaning that your muscles feel stretch when they're not stretched yet. The most common cause for injury that I see in martial arts is no punch or front kick. Is because I'm in a hot room and I'm kicking really hard and I think I can kick above the bag, but my body can't actually. So go slow, left and right at your own pace. Make sure you don't forget to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Nice. Now, I'm going to have you move your feet in. Whoop. I forgot to move my mouse, my bad. Now I'm going to move my feet in a little bit. I'm going to put my heels and touch them together, like this. Now I'm going to bend my body down and go as low as I can. I'm going to separate my feet out a little bit, and I'm going to come back up. I'm going to sit down and hold it for a second. Hold, hold, back up. This is something I do with my kickboxing instructor quite a bit. When I first started, I always bring my heels up like this. I could barely balance and it didn't feel great. But the more I did it, the more flexibility I realized I got from it. Now back up. One more time. Now from here, I'm going to show you what to do. I want you to put your hands behind you and slowly walk backwards. Push your hips up, then walk back in and freeze here. You're going to go at your own pace. This is going to feel a bit awkward, I know. But this is the best way I found to work out my shoulders. And my shoulders, I'm not sure if you knew this, have been dislocated and popped out a lot. That is my main point of injury, is my shoulders. And this is the thing I found that is the most helpful for them. All right, we're going to do one final thing before we go into our rising kicks. Feet double length apart. Keep this heel flat, toes to the sky, and drop. Back and forth at your own pace. Switch. Switch again. Woo. 2 more times. I'm going to switch now. And then I'm going to come up. Shake out your legs out a little bit. We're now going to do rising kicks. Rising kicks. On my key up. Remember, you're warm right now. You're not as stretched out as you think you are. Start off low and slowly raise. On my count, we're going to do 10 each leg. Go. 1. Go. 2. Go. 3. Go. 4. Go. 5. Now I'm going to key up. Aya! 6. Aya! 7. Aya! 8. Aya! 9. Aya! 10. Switch your feet. Go again. Aya! 1. Aya! 2. Aya! 3. Aya! 4. Aya! 5. Aya! 6. Aya! 7. Aya! 8. Aya! 9. Aya! 10. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Here's what I would like you to do now. Go get your gloves. If you don't have gloves, that's okay. If you have gloves, you'll have a little bit of time to go grab them. Then, once you got them, get on your gloves and hop up and down for me. While we do this, we're going to talk about our jabs and our kickboxing and why we do it. Kickboxing is one of the most important parts of martial arts. Well, in Taekwondo, more specifically. Now, traditionally, Taekwondo is not kickboxing, but we put it in. And I want you to ask yourself, why did we put kickboxing, of all the martial arts in the world, to put into our curriculum? Think about it. Is it special in some way? What is Taekwondo missing that kickboxing provides? So if you didn't answer, I'm going to answer for you. Kickboxing is a great close-range martial arts, and it's a great way to implement some of our kicks naturally. I mention this because I'm a Taekwondo person first and foremost. You guys all know this. I really like kicks, and I really like to keep our distance. Taekwondo is actually the best martial art in the world. I would stand on trial for it. Taekwondo is the most and best martial art at keeping distance. Taekwondo martial artists know how to keep distance better than anybody else in the world. We know when somebody can hit us with a kick and when they can't. And that's important in any fight. Because if you don't know whether somebody's going to come at you with a punch, whether you'll be solid or not, or whether they're just going to knock you out on the spot, you're going to get out real fast. You're going to injure yourself real fast, and people are going to beat you extremely fast. However, if you have that distance, you can always keep at bay or get in close when you want. The problem with Taekwondo is when somebody's close-ranged, you're kind of out of luck. Because there's not a lot of kicks you can throw close. You know, we got our crescents, we got our side kicks, we talked about those last week, but in a real fight, I'm not going to have time to bring my knee up and kick. They're going to start punching me and I'm going to have to do something, so that's why we have kickboxing. To really, really work and implement on close-ranged fighting. So I just talked quite a bit, now we're going to punch. We're going to work on some of our basics, and then we'll really get into the solid aspects of our punching. Okay? Then we'll get into our pad drills. So let's first talk about our jab. I want you to put your hands up, elbows in, to the point where you can bite on your thumbs. Please do not bite them. I'm not sure if you heard, there's a virus going around. Keep your thumbs out, keep them tucked in. Here. But they're at the point where you could bite them if you wanted. Another way is you can bring your hands up, close by your eyes. Either one's fine as long as your hands are guarding your jaw and nose. Everybody step out and jab. When we step, notice what I'm doing. I'm getting closer to my opponent. I'm stepping in here. I'm opening up my hips as I jab. That way I can have a more powerful cross. So ready? Jab, cross. Now I'm going to implement a new feature. Dual screen. Ready? Jab, cross. Twist your hip into it. Ready? Jab, cross. Hop up and down a little bit. When I say go, you're going to step, freeze, open up your hips, jab, rotate your hand out so your wrist, elbow, and shoulder are in one line. Cross, hop, ready, go. Jab, cross, go. Jab, cross, go. Jab, cross, go. Jab, cross, go. So, to get started with our pad drill, we're going to work on our jab, jab, cross. Jab, jab, cross. Now, why do we throw 2 jabs in a row? Well, multiple reasons. 1, to get closer to our opponent, but 2, so we can throw them off their rhythm. I'm going to do something, it's a little bit of a game, stick with me. If I throw my front hand, I want you to slip towards my back. Same way. Are you ready? So start to slip, put your hands up. We've worked on our slips before. Slip, 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 slip. Now I do that very slowly, but most likely I caught you there. So are you ready? Let's try our jab, jab, cross. Jab, step, jab, cross. Jab, jab, cross. On my go. We're going to do 7 of them. Ready? Up and down. Go. Jab, jab, cross. 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 One more time with a loud key up at the end, or what's appropriate for your household. Go. Jab, jab, cross. Aya! Now we're going to move on to our bob and weaves. Our bob and weaves. Now, I don't have a person around here to help me, and you may not either. But let me talk about how a bob and weave works. Bob and weave works by somebody throwing a wide punch at our forehead, a hook. And we have time to duck under and dodge it. Remember, there's 3 steps you can do to not get hit by any punch. Avoid, bob and weaving, slipping, just backing off. We can block, that's the hardest one to do. Somebody's bigger than you, you don't want to do it. And then finally, we can absorb. Right now we're talking about avoiding it. So we see it coming, we want to avoid it because then their motion is thrown off and we're able to hit whatever punch we want. We do it by pretending that there's a hand on our shoulder. We're going to duck under it and touch it with the other side. That's actually what we're doing. A punch is coming in, and the second it gets close to our shoulder, we're going to duck over and under it so it's on the other side. So do it with me. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. Now we're going to do this both sides. Bob and weave. Now look at my knees. It's not my chest that's doing it, it's my knee. Ready? Bob and weave. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. I bend my knees down. I shift my weight to my front. Bob and weave. Now take the same step jab and add it to it. So step like you're going to jab. Bob and weave into it. Ready? Go again. Step. Bob and weave. Your knee, my chest doesn't move. It moves a little bit. My shoulder comes up. But when I bob and weave, it's mostly my knees bending to control it. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. Go to the other side. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. Bob and weave. Remember, technique builds speed. Speed does not build technique. If you already know your pad drill, I know this can be frustrating because you're like, I just want to learn the techniques. But if you don't have this part down, every other part's hard. Once I show you how to do these things properly, we can speed through it, right? Because you'll have the technique. You're going to have the ability to go fast. But if you don't have the technique and you're trying to go really fast, that's where you're going to make a mistake. And yes, even Chodan bows do this. Even black belts do this. They don't fully understand their bob and weave. They start to go flat, and then they can't go as fast, and they're not doing it as powerful, and they don't know what's going on. So let's work on our technique. So bob and weave, bob and weave. If you have a partner with you, have your partner put one hand on their shoulder and freeze it. So you can duck under on each side. We're going to do it 20 times. Hands up. Go. 1. If your partner's there, do 10 and then switch. Go. 2. If it's by yourself, just do 20 with me. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. I'm going to go faster now. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. A little bit slower. 14. 15. Was I on 15, Mrs. Luft?
That was 15,
Oh,
sir.
16. 17. 18. 19. 20. All right, stick with me here. Do this with me. If you're doing it with a partner, stop. Face the video again. Hands up. Bob and weave over your front foot. What punch is set up here? So look at my feet. Look at what I'm doing. Sorry. What punch is set up when I bob and weave here? My hook. So let's do this together. Step like you're gonna jab. Bob and weave into it. Keep this hand up. Keep this hand to your side. Hook. So, go. Bob and weave, hook, cross. Our weight's there, so we need to hit powerful. Right? I'm stepping into it, rotate. Do it with me again. Shh, shh, shh. Now, go again. 2. 3, 4, 5. Now let me ask you a question. I'm going to do something and I want you to be honest with me. Answer it in the screen. Whoop. When I bob and weave, does this hand drop for me to throw this hook? Do I drop this hand to give a more powerful hook out? No. This hand stays up, so I can hit. It doesn't take a lot of power to hurt somebody in the nose. This hand, I rotate my feet, and I turn my shoulder. That's how I hit powerful. If I go here, somebody bigger and stronger than you, It's just gonna knock you on the side of the face. All right, so now we're gonna move on to our knees. Here's what I want you to do. There's nobody in front of you. Let's work on getting good technique here. Put your hands out, grasp behind. Now I'm gonna drop the remote so you can see this a bit better. I'm grabbing here. I'm not grabbing here. Interlacing your fingers makes too tight of a hold, meaning that when you try to let go, you can, and somebody can pin it and make it a lot worse for you. We're going here so it's tight so people can't pull it apart, but you're able to still let go at the end. The best way I can do it is it's kind of like when you compliment somebody really humble. They're like, oh, thank you. So, grasp, tuck your elbows in. Now you're going to bring your knee in. Now look what happens when my knee comes up. I push my chest back. I throw it forward. So do it with me. Ready? Clasp. Knee. One more time. Clasp. Knee. We're going to do this. Let's do it 7 times. Bring your hands down to your hips. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now do your 8th. Put your foot down, step back with your other foot. Clasp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lean your chest back. 6, 7. Now, switch your feet. Let's do 2 in a row. We're going to do this 3 times. Clasp. 1, 2. That's 1. Go again. 1. Step, step. 2. That's 3. Or that's 2. Now I'm going to show my feet. Go. 1, 2. So, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Now on to our elbows. We're going to work on 2 different elbows. Our upward elbows and our sideways elbows. Upward elbows and sideways elbows. Now, on our side elbows, the best way I can think about it is my elbow and my hip are attached. And I'm swinging my hip through while I keep my hand up. I swim through. Same with the other one. I'm rotating. This is attached. I can keep my hands up and throw these elbows. Do 2 with me real fast. 1, 2. Do it again. Why? Why, or would I ever throw an elbow if my jabs and crosses are so powerful? Because an elbow is extremely powerful. It's a fight-ending move if you can hit it properly. The biggest downside is it has no reach. If I wanted to hit an elbow here, I can't. I'm not even that far away. I have to be right next to my opponent pretty much to hit this elbow. Not only that, I need to bring it across and they have to not have their hands up. It's a very hard punch to hit, but if you can, it's great. So let's do this again. Elbow, elbow. On my count, we're going to do 4 of these. Go. Aya, go. Shh. Aya, 2. Shh. Aya, 3. Shh. Aya, 4. Now the 5th one, I want you to key up on both strikes. Ready? Go. Aya, aya. Nice. Keep your hands up. Now, we're going to work on our upward elbows. Now the upward elbows work the same way. Except, elbow, forearms attached to hip, bring it up with it. Except, this time, instead of bringing my hand across, I'm just going to raise it, almost like I'm covering. I'm shooting this elbow up to the sky. So let's do it 4 times. This time we're going to key up twice. Ready? Go. 1, go. 2, go. 3, go. 4. 5th one, aya, aya. Ready? Go. Aya, aya. Okay. Now we're moving on to the final section here. The final section. We're going to work on our kicks. I want you to pretend your leg's like a baseball bat. Like a baseball bat. It's dead weight, and we're rotating into it. I'm taking my baseball bat and I'm swinging. What's the difference between that and a Taekwondo round? Well, Taekwondo round, the baseball bat isn't like, it's like this. I have to chamber, I have to rotate first. With this, I rotate before, I rotate during, and I hit with my shin, one of the hardest parts of my body. So try this out real fast. Bring your knee up, rotate a little bit, kick, step, step, rotate, rotate during kick, step, step. Go again, rotate in, rotate in. Ready, go. 1, 2. Go again. 1, 2. All right. One more time. Go. 1, 2. Final time. I want you to keep on both kicks. Go. Aya! Aya! Now, I'm not really demonstrating on something right now, and it's hard to do in the air, I get it. Let me put a bag in front of me so you guys can see a bit better. When I rotate into it, it shouldn't make this huge snap like it does in Taekwondo. Because I'm not having a chamber, I'm not releasing it, I'm letting all my power in at once. It should feel a little bit dull, because my power isn't in my kick, it's from my rotation, hitting it so hard. The power is inward, not outward, meaning it's going through the bag and traveling through. So, you don't have a bag at home. I get it. We're going to do both parts of our UBBT 12. We know our basics, we can go through it. If you're a brown belt, you don't need to know both parts. You can do it with me, or when I get to the second part, I'll call out the second part. You can go back and redo the first part. Let's do it slow motion, build our technique before we go fast. Ready? I'm going to go split screen here so you can see me rotate on my feet. Go. We're going to go jab, jab, cross, rotate your hip through, bob and weave, hook, cross, clasp, knee, step forward, elbow, elbow, bat leg, bam, 1, 2. That's part 1. Now I'm going to go on to part 2. Actually, let's do part 1 one more time. Ready? Go. Jab, step forward, cross, bob and weave, your hook set up, hook, cross, clasp, knee, elbow, round, step, round, step. Now, we're moving on to part 2. Brown belts, if you don't want to do this, just do part 1 again. Hands up. Now, part 2, we're going to start with our bob and weave the other direction. Somebody's hands here. You need to tuck and touch it on your other shoulder. Keep your hands up. Ready? Bob and weave. Now, all your weight's here, so what punch can you throw? Uppercut. Your hands tied to your hip and back of your heel. You need to rotate through. Does it take a lot of power to hurt somebody punching them in the nose or jaw? No. Don't drop your hand through and do this like Sailor, what's that one guy who ate spinach and got really strong?
Popeye.
The Popeye punch. Ah! You don't need to do that. It's fast. So bob and weave, uppercut, hook, cross. Now grab, knee, upward elbow, round. All right, both parts we're going to go through it slow again. Ready? Go. Jab, cross, bob and weave, hook, cross, clasp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Part 2. Bob and weave, uppercut, hook, cross, clasp, knee, step, knee. See how I'm slamming it into my hips, step. Upward elbow, round. Whew. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Technique builds speed, speed does not build technique. If you're going through that and you're thinking, that's way too slow, Master Nick, you're probably missing something. Are you stepping on all your jabs? Is this other hand up? Are you tucking your chin? Are you bob and weaving with that small step for the jab? There's a lot of things to think about. And even people who've been studying kickboxing for ages forgets those things. It's okay if you do, but that's why we go slow. They go slow. People who've studied kickboxing their whole entire life start slow. Because it's important to work on it, just like Taekwondo. So go slow with me again. We're gonna go through both parts. Ready? Go. Jab, cross, bob and weave, hook, cross, knee, elbow, round, step, round, step. Part 2, bob and weave, uppercut, hook, cross, knee, step, elbow, round, step, round, step. Oh, all right, now we're gonna go through it. Full speed, full pace. I know you've been wanting to do this for ages. Ready? Hop up and down. Go. Jab, cross, bob and weave, hook, cross, knee, aya. All right, we have time. We're going to go through part 3 real fast. Part 3, we're not going to go through in too much depth, but if you know it, I'm going to go through some finer details so you guys can really work on it. Hands up. Ready? Cover. Oh, sorry. We're going to cover with this back hand, just like we did at intermediate or purple, green, and blue belt training. Grab the back of your neck. Almost like your upward elbow, but grab here. Keep it low, too. Cover, jab. Cover, cross. Jab, jab, cross. Bob and weave. Oh, jab, jab, cross. Now we're going to do 4 slips. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do that part again. Stick slow with me. Cover, keep low, jab. Cover, cross. Jab, jab, cross. Slip, move your hips. Slip, slip, slip. One more time, ready? Go. Jab, cover, jab, cover, cross. Jab, jab, cross. Slip, 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 slip. Now, we're going to do a thing called a turning back fist. Now, if you're not a brown black belt, you probably are going to struggle with this. That's okay. This is curriculum you don't need to know yet. You're getting a head up on everybody else. If you're a brown black belt, you probably have already done this in class, so me talking through it slowly is just going to help you get it down even better. So with my turning back fist, I'm going to turn and put all my weight on my back leg like a back kick. Then I'm going to shoot this leg around back to the start. So try it. Hands up. Rotate leg. Spin. Back. One more time. Hands up. Rotate. Leg. Spin. Now, I want you to tie your elbow to this knee. As you spin, the second you get to the front, bring it back. Back fist. It's one of your most powerful moves. Extremely hard to hit, but so powerful. So hands up. Rotate. Power. Attach. Spin. Ooh, okay, let's do it again. Go. Bah! Nice, one more time. Aya! Now hands up. After your spinning back fist, you're going to check. Your check is almost like stopping a kick before it happens. They're coming in and you're reducing its impact. Bring your knee up, push it out a little bit, almost like you're doing a front kick to the side or your chamber. Then you're going to drop your leg because somebody just kicked you and do a whip round. You know those leg kicks we were talking about earlier? We're going to do the same thing, but instead of keeping it low, we're going to raise it high. High, swing through. Twist your foot at the start. Bring your knee high. It's dead weight. It's a baseball bat. Bring it through. One more time. Bam! Okay. Now, hands up. Up. Swing. Now, check for me again. Final kick. Push front. You guys know how to do a push front. If you're struggling with it, do the knee strike. Push out in front of you. Same thing. So ready? Let's do that entire last section. We just slipped. Rotate. Back leg. Spin through. Check. Baseball bat. Swing around. Check. Push. All right. I'm going to do that to the side. Let's do it again. Hands up. Ready? Rotate to the back. Spin through. Check. Knee up. Spin through. Check. Push. All right. The whole pad drill. Or the part 3. Hands up. Ready? And go. Check. Jab. Check. Cross. Jab. Jab. Cross. Slip. 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 Rotate to the back of your foot. Up. Spin back. Check. Bring your leg up like a baseball bat. Swing through. Check. Push. Ah! All right. Now, I know you don't have somebody to punch. Don't worry about it. If you don't have somebody to punch, I want you to shadow box with me with correct technique. If you have somebody to punch, that's amazing. And they're holding for you, go for it. Part 3 again, I'm going to punch the back. Ready? Check, jab. Check, cross. Jab, jab, cross. Spin. If you need to, take a step in here. Knee to elbow. Bam! Check. Knee up. Bam! check, push. I think I just knocked down somebody's card. All right, entire pad drill from part 1. If you're a brown belt, feel free to do part 1 3 times. If you're a brown 1 belt, feel free to do part 1, then part 2, and then go back and do part 2 again. If you're a brown, black, or red belt, do the entire thing with me. Are you ready? Hands up. Slow motion. We're gonna go a little bit faster in slow motion. Ready? Jab, jab, cross, bottom lead, hook, cross, grab, knee, knee, elbow, elbow, round, round, land, bottom weave, uppercut, hook, cross, knee, knee, upward elbow, round, round. All right, final part. Check jab, check cross, slip, 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 step, spin, check, round, check, push. Woo! I'm a little bit tired. Just a tiny bit. But we're not done yet. We're gonna do it one final time. One final time. If you're a brown belt, do part 1 3 times. You do it at your own pace. If you want to go really fast, go really fast. If you want to go really slow, really slow. Then you owe me. Ooh. How mean do I want to be, Mrs. Left?
Not too mean, sir, but just mean enough.
Just mean enough? Okay. You owe me 6 master nicks. Push-up, into burpee, into jumping jack. Or 3 push-ups, 3 crunches, 3 squats, reset 6 times. All right? Round 2, you're going to do part 2 3 times. Bomb weave, uppercut, hook, cross, knees, elbows, and so forth. And brown blacks, part 3 3 times. Red belt, the entire thing twice. Your own speed. I'm going to do the entire thing. So if you're stuck on your part, wait for me to do it and then do it again. I'm going to do it twice. You ready? Hands up. Hop up and down. And go. Jab, jab, cross. Bottom weave, hook, cross, knee, knee, elbow, elbow, round, round, bottom weave, hook, uppercut, hook, cross, knee, knee, upward elbow, round, round. Part 3, check jab, check cross, jab, jab, cross, slip, 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 spinning back fist, check, whip round, check, push. Nice. I'm going to do it one more time. Don't you worry. Keep doing your things. Then 6 master nicks. If you have any questions, type it in the chat now. The stream's delayed. So I'll see it once I'm done. Are you ready? One more time. I'm going to hit the bag this time. Go. Jab, jab, cross. Bottom weave, hook, cross. Knee, knee. Aya, 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 aya. 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 1. Uppercut, hook, cross, knees. Aya. Aya. Upward elbows. Aya, aya, rounds, aya, aya, check jab, check cross, jab, jab, cross, 1, 2, 3, 4, spin back, check, spin round, check, push, woo, I'm tired, I'm not sure about you. All right, so at this point, Mrs. Left is probably getting some questions in. Feel free to shout them out when you see them. No questions yet?
So Lauren Carr said that she just got her butt kicked trying to help with this pad.
Oh, hopefully Remy's not kicking her butt too hard. Or Drew?
Yeah, Remy.
Remy? Okay. Drew, if you want to do it with us, you're welcome to.
Stephanie Holly loves your combos.
Well, thank you. So this is called, well, we used to call it West Coast, because we got it from a school that was a West Coast school. We now call it Kama, because we got it from their school, like, I don't know, probably 10, 15 years ago, probably 20 years ago, so it's been a while. I want you guys to remember those techniques, though. So even if you're a red belt or a Chodan Bo, I know you know the sequence, but do you know how to execute each punch in the sequence of good quality? On every single one of your jabs, are you stepping forward? Are you opening your hips? Are you twisting your cross into every jab? Are you doing any T-Rex punches? Right? There's a lot of things to this. And even when I was doing the pad drill, showing it off to you guys, I noticed myself making so many mistakes that I could have used to go slower with. So, even if you know the sequence, make sure you know the combo well. Yes?
Karthik would like to know about Sunday student stripes.
Okay, we did go over this in the striping talk. So Master Love Senior is going to do another stripe talk.
Tomorrow night and Wednesday night at 6 p.m.
Tomorrow night and Wednesday night at 6 p.m.
Look for an email with a Zoom meeting.
Look for an email with the Zoom link, and he'll go over it some more. But Sunday stripes, if I'm correct on this, is same as weekday stripes at this point. You come to 5 classes, you get your brown stripe, you can learn your yellow stripe and all that through the same system. The Sunday and weekday students learn the same thing, it's just different pacing. But at this point, pacing's not really an issue, it's just learning the curriculum, especially with online classes. Yeah, so next question, feel free to always shout it out. If there's nothing yet, that's okay. Yeah, so thank you guys for being with me here today. I only have 2 minutes, so if you have a question, get it out as soon as possible, because the Black Belt live stream is at 6, and I need to set up for that 10 minutes early.
Isabella is very grateful to you.
Well, I'm glad to hear. There'll be one more question after this, I'm sure of it. But if there's not, that's okay. I want to remind you, technique builds speed. Speed does not build technique. Go slowly, do the proper technique, and then as you get better, you can go faster. You'll get better and better, and you'll see that your speed naturally increases. You won't even think about going fast, you'll start to go fast. But if you just go fast off the bat saying, oh, I got this, it's going to be not a great pad drill. All right. No more questions?
No more questions.
If you have questions, feel free to type it in after I end the stream, and I'll answer in the comments. But thank you for being with me here today. It means a lot to me, and I got a good workout in. Have a great rest of your day.